Imagine you worked your entire life, saved every dollar you could, bought a piece of land, and then watched it slowly drain everything you had left. No fraud. No scam. No bad luck. Just land. This is not a story about real estate crashes or bad investments. This is something older. Something built into the system itself. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Let us go back. Way back. For most of human history, land was the only asset that mattered. Kings did not build wealth by working harder. They built it by controlling territory. Whoever held the land held the economy. Everyone else paid to exist on it. Rent, taxes, tribute. Different words, same mechanism. Fast forward a few centuries, and almost nothing has changed. The language got cleaner. The paperwork got thicker. But the core logic stayed identical. Own the land. Collect from everyone who needs it. Here is where it gets interesting. In most countries today, land is treated exactly like any other investment. You buy it. It goes up in value. You feel wealthy. Governments tax it modestly. Banks love it as collateral. Financial advisors tell you it is the safest thing you can own. And on the surface, that all sounds reasonable. But here is the uncomfortable math. Land does not produce anything by itself. A factory makes goods. A business delivers services. A farm grows food. But a vacant plot of land in a growing city, it just sits there. And somehow, it doubles in value every decade or so. Not because anyone improved it. Not because the owner did any work. But because the city grew around it. Because other people built roads and schools and hospitals nearby. Because the community created value, and the landowner captured it. Economists have a term for this. They call it unearned increment. The value you receive not from anything you did, but from everything everyone else did around you. Here is the irony. The more productive a city becomes, the more expensive it is to simply exist in it, and a large portion of that cost flows to landowners. This is not a fringe idea. John Stuart Mill wrote about it in the 1800s. Henry George argued that land was the root of poverty. His book Progress and Poverty outsold every book in America except the Bible in the 1880s. Then it quietly disappeared from curricula. Now, zoom out further. In most developed economies, somewhere between 50 and 70% of household wealth is held in property. What this means is that wealth compounds fastest for people who already own land in the right places. Young people today are competing against decades. They are competing against accumulated land value that was captured by previous generations and locked away. The wealth is sitting in plain sight, and the system that prices it, almost perfectly designed to keep it moving upward and inward. Toward fewer hands. Some countries have experimented with land value taxes. Singapore, Estonia, Taiwan. The idea is simple. Tax the land heavily. Tax the buildings lightly. Remove the incentive to sit on idle land and speculate. But politically, it is nearly impossible to pass. Because the people who benefit most from the current system are also the people most likely to be in the room when the laws get written. So, here is where we land. You have a system where the oldest form of wealth accumulation is also the least scrutinized, where governments tax your income and labor, but treat the passive capture of community-created value as practically sacred. The question is not whether land is a good investment. It is why we built an economy around it, and who benefits when nobody asks why.